YouTube, I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be about 3 things you must know when you're renovating a house. You need to have some type of knowledge on how to do some type of work in the property. Doesn't matter what that is, whether it's just electrical, plumbing, HVAC, drywall. You need to have some knowledge of how to do something in there, because first of all, it can save you a lot of money on labor, because labor, if you're hiring out everything, it can get pretty expensive, but the flip can go by quicker. But if you know how to do certain things in the house, it can save you a lot of money. But time wise, it may be a little bit longer, but like I said, it can save you money in the long run. But you need to have some type of knowledge on what to do on certain things, because you can't just leave all the work in the hands of just one contractor, because you want to be able to you want to be able to determine if things are done correctly or not, because as we know, people can screw you over if you don't know what you're doing. You don't have some type of knowledge of the work that others are doing, and they can just do anything and you don't know if it's done right or not. So that's why it's very crucial for you to have knowledge on everything. You need to have knowledge on everything in the house. So that's one of the most important points, is having knowledge on what to do inside the property. If you're not hiring one main contractor to hire people out and do the work for you, and you're doing all the hiring and everything yourself, make sure you have people ready to go. Make sure you have multiple people in different areas of work that you need done. So what I mean by is, if you need electrical work done, make sure you have 2 or 3 electricians you can call in case 1 or 2 of them don't work out, because as we know, people don't show up, people take your money and don't come back, they don't do the work right. So that's why it's very important you have a variety of people you can work with that can come in and do just as good of a job as the last guy. Or if this guy messes up, you have somebody else to fall back on. You can have them get the work done in a timely manner. So just make sure you have people ready to go, because you don't want to be delaying the process any longer. You want it to be getting done as quick as possible. So just make sure you have people ready to go. You need to know how to run comps. Comps is going to allow you to determine if the house is worth investing in or not. And comps is simply just looking in a half-mile radius of the property and looking for the sold homes that are the most comparable to yours, and that's how you're going to determine the value of your house once it's renovated. So being able to run comps before you even buy a property is very crucial for your project, because if you do this wrong, you could lose a lot of money because you invested in the wrong property because you didn't run the comps correctly. So being able to run comps is very, very important. So that's one of the first things you should be able to know how to do, is run comps, very crucially. So today's video was about things you must know when you're about to renovate a house. Number one was, you need to have some type of knowledge on how to do the work in the property. You need to be able to physically, hands-on, be able to do everything, because like I said, not everybody's going to do everything correctly. If you haven't worked with them before, or this is your first time working with somebody and you've given them your hard-earned money and they don't do it right, and now you're stuck because you don't know how to do it. Now you have to find somebody else to do it. Now you're wasting more money. So that's why it's important for you to if you don't know how to do it, watch how people do it so you can know how to do it, so you can be able to determine if things are done right or wrong. Point number 2 is have people ready, and have multiple people from multiple different areas. So like I said, if you need to have 3 electricians, you need to have 3 plumbers, you need to have 3 HVAC guys, you need to have 3 drivers. You need to have multiple people from multiple areas, because as we know, having one person one person is not going to be very reliable all the time. So that's why you need to have multiple people that can show up when you need them to. And point number 3 is, you need to be able to run comps. Comps are very important. Comps can make or break a deal. If you don't know how to run comps, you could lose a lot of money because you don't know how to run comps. Like I said, comps you need to be the furthest out is a mile, but really a half a mile radius. Look at all the properties that have sold in the area, and you need to be able to compare them with the bedrooms, bathrooms, and the square footage. That's how you're going to determine the value of your house once it's renovated, and what your budget is for the renovation, what your budget needs to be for the renovation. So that's what the video is about today. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.